Hello everyone, T-Man978. Right now I'm going to be taking a look at Transformers Age of the Primes, the 13 Prima Prime. I believe Prima Prime is the first of the 13 primes. Yeah, I'm going to be showing all this up close, so there you are with that. Let's look at this. I do have this Prime Master somewhere with that little logo on it. So I do own his Prime Master form, but I don't know where that is right now. Here is Prima Prime out of the package. First thing I'm going to say, I don't have a problem with this color scheme. It looks good in person to me, personally. I know it's mostly an off-white plastic, but he does have like the blue highlights that I'm going to show after I do this spin around of him from a distance. I'm going to show him up close. And I'm going to attempt, it says he's 20 steps versus Solus Prime's 28 steps. Hopefully I get his transformation done quick. I don't really like my videos being 20 minutes. YouTube probably likes it for more ads and whatnot. But yeah, I don't. So hopefully I'll get better with that. And he's a little bit easier. Here is his face. He is, as you probably heard 100 times, he's based on a character they just had in a G1 episode of a flashback showing one of the original Matrix bearers. So there's that. Now looking at his backpack and looking at Solus's, I was thinking, what if they are supposed to be like capes or something? But of course you can't do that in this hard plastic form. But I like the way the color scheme, and I like the way all of that comes together. Like, I'm seeing details that I want to talk about, but I guess I should save that for vehicle mode. But you see all this detail going around, mostly fully enclosed. Here's the stuff on the legs, and the crotch, and all that. And here is his sword with the Matrix on it. Or one version of the Matrix. The Matrix can, or wait, let me show this. Because he has over 90 degrees of bend on the elbows, I was able to get him in this pose of the sight beyond sight, like Thundercats. But this Matrix can be removed from the sword, and he does have an opening chest compartment, sort of like Rodimus Prime, where it opens up like this. And let's zoom in a bit on that. There's no painted details, but this is the same Matrix that has been coming with everybody since Siege came out. So it fits in its chest right there, and you can close that up and you never have to worry about it again. And here's what the sword looks like minus that. You have a peg right there if you want. So he can, if you want, port that into the arm. And he can attack people like that, like a Bayverse Prime. If you like, this can port into the back. Let's turn it this way. It kind of goes in at an angle. It doesn't go straight in. I guess that's to let it hang out like this. But I'm going to remove that. Here is his articulation. His head, just like the other figures in this line so far, since they're putting them in window boxes, they're doing cutouts on the back of the necks again so they can look up, thank goodness. Plus he has a separate neck joint where he can look all the way up. I wish he could look down, but he can't. This moves out just like Prima Prime. Solus Prime. And what I didn't show on Solus Prime was the fact that you can do that. And you can adjust it. So you can adjust how you see fit, so you can move the arms around how you see fit. Bicep swivel. Elbows bend more than 90 degrees. Wrists rotate. Wrists move in and out like that. And the fingers open up flat like this. You have waist rotation. I don't really like that the hip skirts stay on his side, his abdomen. If you want to say it, he does have like a reverse ab crunch. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a forward one. can kick out to the side all the way, kick out to the back till you bump into that, kick forward, and just notice how this works. Wow, they changed his joint system up so that he can do this. So it's not just your typical peg in. It's actually on a whole separate swivel, so that's awesome. You got the swivel here. The knees bend slightly more than 90. The toes go forward, go back, and you get a lot of ankle pivot. And just like they've been doing with Siege and all that, since Siege, they have ports on the bottom of the feet. So he is definitely capable of getting into some nice poses, which is awesome. Let me put this down. So I like that. I like that. Let's put the sword back in the hand. I love it. And I like him. The joints are nice and stiff, and it feels decent enough for the price point. All right, here he is next to Earthrise Optimus and Red Alert previous review. He seemed a little bit shorter than Optimus, so I straightened up his legs, but that didn't really give him that much height. But they're close to being eye to eye. With my naked eye, they look the same exact height. Here is Solus and Vector. Vector is taller than him. Vector. All these newer figures have mostly tight joints or very tight joints. Vector Prime, good night. I think he is getting re-released, so hopefully they give him a treatment as far as his tightness or the tolerances on his joints, because he is crazy loose. So, all right, I believe I said I liked him. So, transformation. Take this out the hand. I'm gonna go ahead and separate this. You could turn it this way if you want to, but yeah, get that out the hand. The arm like kind of splits right here, so we need to separate that, bring it forward, move the hand up, and then we can rotate at the bicep to bring that into that orientation. Same stuff over here. When this plugs tight, it plugs tight. If you do not plug it tight, his arm will be opening like Transformers Siege, Starscream, or the other Seekers. So we're good to go with that. Now we can move his back. And I didn't show this. If you separate that, you can get some extra shoulder articulation. But yeah, can bring that back. With this as low as it can get, we can rotate his waist around right here, and we can fold these wheels out, and we can bend on the neck to get the head down to there. Now I don't know, I guess it's important for this little piece right here, but we gotta like kind of bend him forward a bit. Now this right here, we need to move this out, move that out, and then move these hinges up like this. Get that up like that into this orientation, so that I don't know which order to do this in, but basically this comes down, and these peg holes, basically these go into that right there. I'm doing it right now, but there may be a chance that that will come apart. But now we can move this forward, and the arms, when we move this forward, this piece right here, that little pointy piece right here, needs to go up underneath of the arm groove. And then when we get there, this right here, this little opening space, can slot on that piece of plastic. So this and Solus have a weird transformation where you slightly get the arms onto part of it that it doesn't really solidify on until you start connecting other things. So we can get that like that. These shoulder pieces become like side bumpers, and they actually do tab into place. Sometimes you'll do it inadvertently, and sometimes it actually works like you want it to. But these pieces right here, it's like you gotta hold them in a place while we're trying to do that. But I'm not gonna keep struggling with that. These wheels, they bend out like that, then we can elongate them and kind of get it into this orientation, but I'm not gonna tab it in. Get it out into this orientation, and then this tab goes into that thing on the inside of the leg. Now these are two sliding tabs, so I'm gonna bring this leg forward, get this in place, and slide that onto the tab. And now we can bend the hips forward some, rotate the legs, and the reason why I didn't tab in the wheels is because they get in the way. So basically get this like this, and now these right here go into a slot down there. So line that up on both sides, and now we can line up these wheels to be straight. And we could stop there, but there is a little port right here, and we have this stand port size peg. Flip it around till you have the flat side upward or towards the ground. It will be towards the ground when you do that. And back here, you can take the sword and just bring it up here, and when you get to about there, it will just slot into place like magic. And now he is an armored vehicle. And I will suggest transforming this quite a few times. The first time I did it, the front wheels would not roll. I'm not saying they're rolling right now all of a sudden. I think if they're not pinched in right, or you don't have these arms just right, they don't want to work. Earlier I had it like, no, that one's spinning, and this one not quite so much. I bent it outward some, but here we are. Nice, compact. It feels weighty. It doesn't have any like inner cockpit detail. It kind of reminds me of the Cybertronian Wheeljack, but this is even bigger than that, and that was a Voyager class as well. It's also bigger than Ironhide. And if you don't want that there, you could just pull this out if you want. But this looks like a fierce truck thing that will knock some stuff out. It has a secondary mode where you can bring, this is almost like a fan mode. That's official. Bring that down, bring this like this, and bring that like that. And now he can like levitate or hover like you would get in that Fall of Cybertron War for Cybertron video game. And another thing we can do is plug this back together, shove this in at sort of an angle, and now we can have that. Well, let's put the wheels back so that we can see how it looks. It like sticks straight out, even though you put it in at an angle, so that's cool. Alright, size comparison. Of course, he's not as tall as this Optimus, but they're roughly the same length, and he's wider. So there's that. Hot Shot has been sitting here. This has been my go-to deluxe. So he's a little bit wider and a little bit longer. Here's another Voyager class, this Starscream. So, yeah. You also have at least one of these, I hope. Everybody should have Earthrise Optimus. But I like this. It comes together good. Only thing gives me issues is sometimes these don't connect, but that's a me thing. Depending on how you have this wheel situated, it might not turn. And it seems to be like a problem for me a lot. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. The second time I transformed it, it was perfect. But this time, it's stopping just again. Maybe it's me not having this plugged in, like super duper tight. Yeah, that seems to fixed it. No, it was kind of tilted out. That was the problem. I tilted it. So, still roughly good. It's fully visible head. Let's make this video even longer by doing transformation. So I'm gonna pull these out a little bit, bend the waist so I can get the legs back down, grab the feet, rotate this double hinge inward so we can get that into place, rotate that inward, get that into place. We can push this leg forward to get that separated. Good to go there. I'm going to lift up on that, get this out the way, and move these arms out. Pull this back as far as it'll go. Rotate all that. Lift his head up. Rotate both wheels inward. Alright. Get the shoulders back into position. Rock this hinge back and line the shoulders up with this until they peg behind there. Push this panel back. Rotate the hand down. Shut this. Rotate the forearm forward. Rotate the hand down. Shut this. Do this. And this is why old school Transformers reviewers always transform things from vehicle mode to robot mode. Not only is it easier and faster, but it seems like more of a surprise when you get to the robot. The vehicle is like never as interesting as the robot, typically, because the robot can do way more. Well, yeah, I like him. This is a completely crazy obscure character. I think he may have appeared in the Transformers 1 movie. All of the Primes did, even if they didn't get a lot of screen time. So he may be popular in the future. So there you are with that. It's nice to have the Primes as an option. And here's what I'm noticing that I'm doing. I keep grabbing them and I'm pushing on that, which is detaching his shoulders and detaching that. But that's a me problem. Anywho, thank y'all for watching this. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Figure action. Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos.